Welcome, everybody, to the Sonoma Spiel. My name is Tim with the Sonoma Valley Visitors Bureau. How green was my valley? Right now, the Sonoma Hills are so many shades of green. They're like dark emerald green, they're bright green, they're light green. I did not refer to a thesaurus, and I am colorblind, so I don't really know the other greens, but it's so green right now in Sonoma Valley. The green that surpasseth all understanding, one might say. In California, we get a little bit of rain and then sunlight. And then the hills just turn this amazing green. And there's this blue skies and the grasses are there. And you have these red-winged birds. I think they're called red-winged birds. I have no idea. But they're out there in the fields. And there's hawks. I saw a deer bounding across the vineyard the other day. In the morning, there's this low-lying fog. It comes over the Mayacamas Mountains or Mayacamas Mountains, depending on how you want to pronounce it if you're pedantic. And then it's in these little hollers and arroyos. And it's just beautiful. It's springtime in Sonoma. There's sheep at the Glen vineyards. I saw the sheep working in the vineyards. They're eating the cover crops and doing the things that sheep do. It's not bad as a job. There's a lot going on up there. One of the most famous photos of Sonoma Valley was called Bliss. It was a photo taken by a man named Charles O'Rear. And you've probably seen it if you have ever fired up a Windows XP computer. And it was blue skies, puffy clouds, and green hills, and looks just like this. Look up Bliss by Charles O'Rear. It's in the Carneros region between Napa and Sonoma, and it's a famous photo. And that's what it looks like right now in Sonoma. Everything is perfect and special. It's like a perfect little hamlet, a perfect little Glen of things that are happening out there, a little place that's perfect. And that reminds me of my guest, because today I have a very special guest. And I know every week I say I have a very special guest, but this time I actually mean it. She's from Glen Ellen.
But every week you actually mean it.
No, every week, but this time I really mean it. From the Laurel Glen Vineyard. Bettina, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Tim. Thank you.
You bet. Bettina Sichel.
Well, technically it should be Sichel because it's German.
Okay.
But we're pretty
my last name's also Germanically derived, and we rhyme with whatever, right?
Yeah,
we go
exactly.
with it. So
Seashell is fine.
Because she sells seashells. That's how I remember it. But Bettina, I'm so glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
You're Glen Ellen, Laurel Glen. I was trying to Glen Gary, Glen Ross. What? You're with Laurel Glen Vineyard, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and it's a winery.
It is a winery, yes, and a vineyard.
Hence the name.
Crazy as that sounds.
You know, a lot of people don't know the difference between a winery and a vineyard. Look at that. Well, because, oftentimes the labels are on both of them, right?
Yeah, well, it all starts in the vineyard. You can't make wine without a vineyard.
Oh, look at the farmer talking over here. You're right. And like the hills are now that are green and alive with the sound of music, the vineyards are where everything starts, and it's bud break right now.
It is bud break.
And that's an exciting time.
Yeah, so we are about 1,000 feet up the slopes of Sonoma Mountain.
You are, okay.
So bud break started a little later for us.
It did. Okay, some years it's very early. Like we've had bud break in February before, but this year it's later.
Yeah, but we're always after the valley floor.
Is that because it's colder up there? Or
Yeah,
sure.
Cooler.
Why not? The terroir.
I like it. That works.
Bettina, tell me about what is Laurel Glen Vineyard? What do you guys do?
We grow fantastic Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay.
So our vineyard is planted exclusively to Cabernet Sauvignon. Okay. It has been proving itself to be a great site for Cabernet Sauvignon since the 1960s.
Okay.
That's what we specialize in.
You're big hitter. If you want a fantastic Sonoma Valley cab, come to you.
Exactly.
You're the one.
But today I brought for you not just a Cabernet.
Oh, really? You're like, I'm going to leave with a
today
Cabernet.
Only.
Very special wine for a very special guest. So you do produce more than just Cabernet.
We do. Okay. Since I took over. In the days of the founder of Laurel Glen, it was 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, nothing else. But I have messed with that formula.
The new kid came in like, I got an idea. Let's do this. Well, but tell me, how did you get involved in the wine business? Because some people are born into it. Some people accidentally trip into it. some people come to Sonoma and they're so in love with it. They're like, I want to start with a lot of money and end up with very little. So they buy a winery. What's your story? What brought you?
My story is that I was born into it. So
really?
My father's family started the wine business in Germany in the 1850s.
Oh, so you're kind of new to it, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, the family's kind of new to it.
And made it big with a wine called Blue Nun.
Okay. So I went down the Wikipedia rabbit hole.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Because, Blue Nun.
Oh, you printed it out? Wow.
Yes.
I'm super impressed.
Yeah, because here, okay. I was talking to my volunteers, Dennis and Diane this morning, because they had mentioned Blue Nun before.
Okay.
And I was like, you guys cannot, the person I'm interviewing today is related.
Like casually Blue Nun came up in conversation?
As you do, Bettina.
I'm impressed.
I mean, because Blue Nun, for those who don't know, Blue Nun was, I believe, an integral part of a lot of people growing up of a certain age in the United States. Where was the wine from, and continues to be from, I guess?
In Germany. So the wine was and is made in Germany. Mm-hmm. And it has been it was imported into the U.S. starting in the 1950s.
So it was like one of the first, like post-World War II European wines that mass market.
Yes.
Right. And then advertised.
Yes.
Because
the advertising campaign was a very big hit. Yeah. So Stiller and Mira, were the couple, Ben Stiller's parents, who really helped make Blue Nun famous.
So Jerry Stiller.
Yeah, and Ann Mira.
Ann Mira, thank you. And they did commercials.
They did these fabulous radio commercials where basically it was a sort of a play on the concept of a blue nun.
Okay, so and the bottle was a blue bottle. Is it still a blue bottle?
Well, okay, so this is a common misconception.
Sorry, okay, no, maybe the label's
the bottle became blue after my family sold the winery in the 1990s.
Really interesting. Okay, yes, okay. And one of my first jobs after being a paper boy is I worked at a bottle shop, a liquor store. Right?
Okay.
Wasn't old enough to drink, but I would help customers out to the cars. I would bag ice. This is around the time of the 89 earthquake, so I would sweep up broken bottles. But they had the imported wine, the Liebfraumilch, and that's what Blue Nun was.
Yeah,
right?
Blue Nun is a Liebfraumilch.
And is that a sweeter? Why describe what is Blue Nun?
So a Liebfraumilch is a very specific legal term.
Okay.
It is a wine from a certain part of Germany, made from certain grape varieties of a certain sweetness level.
Okay.
So yes, there's no such thing as a dry Liebfraumilch.
Interesting. Okay. Versus a dry wine, normally people who aren't big wine drinkers, a dry wine is a non-sweet wine, lower sugar level, right?
That's right.
Okay, yeah, because that's sometimes people will say, "I want a dry wine," but really they don't mean that. They want a sweet wine, but they like that term. Dry.
Well, I mean, dry is a very individual kind
Wait, there's no official rule of Brix in your tongue? Come on.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about German wines, right. Yes, of course, the Germans being very exact.
Love regulations.
There is a certain amount of residual sugar that
right.
up to which the wine is no longer dry. But for you and me, yeah. I'm sure we have a different understanding of what is a dry wine.
Absolutely. I get that all the time at the visitor center. Like, I want a dry wine. Like what? Like a port. Like, okay. I don't think that's... But sure, why not? We'll figure that out. Okay, so your family was involved. Your dad? No.
Well, my father was the fourth generation.
Of the Blue Nun family.
That was the family that made Blue Nun, yeah.
Okay. What was the name of that company?
Sichel Zahner, which means H. Sichel and Sons.
Oh, okay.
So the founder of the company was Hermann Sichel.
Okay.
Sichel. And he had two sons that started the business with him.
This is great.
Anyway, whatever. So, yeah.
This is great. Generation. Okay. So you are from a wine family.
I am, yeah.
But what's different is most of the wine families we get in here tend to be Italian families that moved to Northern California. And, wine was a part of what they did, but they would also grow prunes or something like that. So I just like hearing a different story here of how you came to it.
Yeah, so my family didn't come to Northern California. So the Sichel family is Jewish. Mm. So my father and his parents fled Germany in the 1930s and landed in New York in 1941. And my father had a whole career with the State Department, first the OSS and then the CIA.
Right, thank you, because normally they say they worked for Pepsi or Coca-Cola. My dad worked for Coca-Cola in Lebanon. No, so your dad. No, so then your dad has his own Wikipedia page.
Yes, he does.
I mean, it's actually almost long. It is longer than the Blue Nun page. Your dad, Peter.
Yeah.
Was born in 1922.
Yeah.
And
he's 101 years old and he's still alive.
That's fabulous. And wow. And he was born in Mainz, Germany.
Yeah, that's where the family business was.
From there. Obviously, World War II and pre-World War II, not a good time to be in Germany.
I'm so impressed you've done all this homework.
I was just, first, you know what, I'm like, I know Bettina, I Google real quickly about the page, and then I'm like, well, I put it in Google, and all of a sudden a Wikipedia page popped up. I'm like, well, this is interesting. Because you are mentioned as a daughter.
Can I just say, I've edited that Wikipedia page to include me as one of his daughters. Because I looked at the Wikipedia page a couple of years ago, and it listed my sisters, but not me.
Who made a film.
Yeah, my sisters made a film together.
Yeah. So, okay, what is up with your family? This is amazing. Your dad was like part of the OSS. He went back to Germany during the war and did all sorts of secret stuff. I'm assuming.
So he went back to Europe during the war, but then he was CIA bureau chief in Berlin in 1945, and then during the time when Berlin was being partitioned.
Right. That would be interesting times.
Yes,
I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure he has more than one story than a single Wikipedia page.
Yes, he has many stories.
Okay, I love this, from Blue Nun to OSS to CIA.
So he had this whole career with the State Department, but his uncle went back to Germany and restarted the business.
Got it.
Which had been bombed during the war.
Right.
And when my father's uncle died, my father inherited this winery in Germany, so he retired from the CIA at the age of 39, I think.
Okay.
And went into the wine business.
That's a great story. And was he back? Was he in the States doing it, or was he living kind of in two places? Or
so he decided he didn't want to live in Germany again.
Yeah.
So he made his base New York, and he commuted to Germany kind of 1 week a month.
Oh, wow.
And he had a sort of a general manager running the actual winery.
Did you, when you were growing up, did you ever go back to Germany with your dad?
Many times.
Oh, really? Okay. Do you speak? Your pronunciation of German has been much better than mine, so I'm kind of assuming you speak German.
Well, at one time I was quite fluent.
Really?
But these days my German's really rusty.
Okay. Well,
I do not use it very often.
Now, whenever the Germans come to a visitor center, they also speak English. So I just
exactly that's the problem.
They do. I say a few words to them, and they're like, "Perhaps we should speak English." I'm like, oh, "Perhaps we should," because I was running out of words.
I have that problem in Germany all the time.
Yeah.
I have a bit of an American accent, and I open my mouth, and 3 words in, they're
like, let's just do this in English.
Yeah.
So wine business has been literally in your blood then for like 4 or 5 generations deep here. The Blue Nun company was sold.
It was sold. Well, I graduated from college and went to work for my father.
Okay.
So I helped him sell Blue Nun in the U.S. for 6 years, and then he sold the business.
Were you on the road, like meeting with clients and stuff?
I was. Well, my job was to help distributors sell Blue Nun.
Okay.
So I traveled around the country working with, Southern Wines and Spirits and people like that, basically, doing seminars as what German wine is all about, what Liefer Milch means. For a long time, I was doing blind tastings of Blue Nun versus Kendall Jackson Chardonnay, which was like,
hold on,
a big competitor.
Hey, KJ, if you're listening, we want a rematch, okay? Really, you were doing a blind taste. Okay, I love that.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Okay.
Anyway, so that was my job, was to try and help distributors sell Blue Nun.
Which would be fun if you're a young person and you're in the wine business and you're traveling around, right? Because that's fun. And
it was fun.
I've known people who have done that. It can get tiring traveling a lot, but it's also kind of fun on the road and meeting new people and stuff.
Yeah, and seeing new cities. And
Did you study winemaking in college?
No, I'm an English major.
You know what happens to English majors?
Tell me.
They work in tourism and do podcasts.
Well, I think
watch out, lady.
I think being an English major is a great starting point for a lot of things.
Thank you. It is. The liberal arts help you think. They don't give you
right.
They don't give the answers. They give you the questions.
There you go.
Where did you go to school?
I'm a graduate of Vassar College.
And I had to look this one up. Go Brewers. The Vassar Brewers?
Yeah, well, there are very few actual sports teams at Vassar, so I'm not even sure what sport the Brewers would be referring to. There's no football team.
No.
But there is a rugby team, I believe.
You're the third person I know that went to Vassar I've met.
Oh.
One was Michael Horn. He is a writer in Milwaukee, and he, when it first was not all female, he was there. And then I also believe famous chef Anthony Bourdain went to Vassar, I believe.
But I don't think he graduated from Vassar.
I don't think he graduated from anything. Yeah.
Because I read some of his books, and he talks about having gone to Vassar, but I did not get the feeling that he graduated.
Well, that's a trend. There's 3 now, so that's it. And Michael
actually graduated.
Good job. Okay, so English major from Vassar. You were a proud brewer. You go to work for your dad, and you're like, "This is great," but then Blue Nun is not going to be the future for you.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, by the time I started working for my dad, Blue Nun was in decline. It had this golden heyday for quite a while. But by the mid-1980s, it was starting to decline. Mm-hmm. So, part of the reason I was there was to try and stop the decline. Mm-hmm. And, of course, the decline was happening most dramatically in California. Mm. So I convinced my father to let me move to California and start a little office, a little Blue Nun office in California, and concentrate on trying to, stop the decline in California.
And did you pick up the phone? You're like, Dad, they have their own grapes out here. We've got to rethink this. Evidently, the grapes go here. Because in the 80s was the great growth and the second renaissance of California wine.
Absolutely.
And the Judgment of Paris in the late 70s, and then you had a lot of people planting stuff.
And can I just say, when I moved to San Francisco in 1992, Sonoma Valley was where the most exciting things in wine were happening.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Napa was sort of this, kind of wannabe.
Yeah, this was the spot. And it still is if you go to Glen. Do you like that? Laurel Glen Vineyard. No, you're right, because there was this big movement, 80s and 90s, and this, excitement about different varietals, and wine consumption was up, and people were discovering wine, and they weren't you don't have to drink European wine, right? California wine is good. I mean, don't get me wrong, the box wine was also happening at the same time, and I remember the box of White Zin in the fridge, right? Because we were classy down there. And I also, I know this, I grew up next to the very famed Almaden winery.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I remember when it burned down. And you can get wine by 2 or 3 gallons at a time. This was a big, bulk wine. They're now made Modesto now or somebody else.
Yeah,
who owns the brand. But so you were here trying to sell Blue Nun to people who were like, hey, guess what, Bettina?
Exactly.
I got 100 acres out back, and I'm making my own stuff.
I was trying to sell to people who were like, have you heard of Chardonnay? Because that's a really big deal.
If you like German wine, let me tell you about this French stuff. So did you change and say, I'm just going to do Chard and cabs and stuff?
No. We did try to introduce drier wines. Mm-hmm. We introduced a Blue Nun sparkling.
Okay.
We tried various things, but
it didn't catch.
At some point, my father,
right,
was kind of strong-armed into selling.
Everything has their time.
Yeah.
A season for everything, right? And Brill Cream was big for a while, and now it's not, and everything comes and goes. I don't know other brands, but that must have been a bittersweet moment. But
it was a bittersweet moment.
Yeah. Do you think being associated with the brand, though, that story, that's kind of a neat one, right?
Well, I have to say, I've been associated with a lot of famous wineries. Mm-hmm. I helped to start Quintessa. Mm-hmm. At one time, I was the brand manager for Mount Veeder Winery. Everyone is most impressed with the Blue Nun part of my background.
My volunteers were so excited about Blue Nun. And there's 200 other wineries, and also Laurel Glen. They were very excited about Laurel Glen. But no, yeah, you're right. I think it's a great story and a great touch point. Well, so you've been in the wine business for a while.
I have.
I mean,
I really have.
I mean, I know you are 25, right? And that's amazing. You've done so much in so short time. Let's go back to Laurel Glen Vineyard then. You're there. It's currently a tasting room in Glen Ellen.
Yeah.
I think you guys opened a tasting room in another location.
Yeah, so
10 years ago?
When my partners and I bought Laurel Glen in 2011, there was no tasting room.
Okay.
And the vineyard is 3.5 miles up Sonoma Mountain Road, which if you've ever driven it,
Prius is not getting up there, folks.
I like to call it a glorified cart track.
Yeah.
So a tasting room up there wasn't really an option. So I opened a tasting room in Glen Ellen first at Jack London Village,
right,
and then where what's the name of
the one where Wine Snob is now,
where Wine Snob is now? Thank you. And now we are in the space that was Kivelstadt.
You're in downtown Glen Ellen.
Yes, across from the saloon,
near the stop sign. That's a great saloon, by the way. Good burger.
It's a great saloon.
Good spot there.
That is the beating heart of Glen Ellen.
Yeah.
Right there.
Well, has it already happened? No, the Jack to Jack yacht race isn't happening.
Tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? Okay. Tell me. Can you explain to me what the Jack to Jack is?
Sure.
Okay.
So, at the bar, at the saloon, an idea was born. So, Anna and Jim, who are two very regulars at the saloon, dreamed up this concept of a yacht club in Glen Ellen. And they called it the Jack London Yacht Club because everything in Glen Ellen was called Jack London. Right. And creating a yacht club wasn't enough for them. They had to create a yacht race.
Well, can we explain how much waterfront frontage does Glen Ellen have? Is it ocean? What's going on there?
So the Sonoma Creek runs through Glen Ellen, which this time of year is a raging torrent.
A raging torrent. Okay.
But at other times
for Sonoma, yes, it's 15 feet wide right now, as opposed to 5 inches.
Yeah, as opposed to a little trickle.
Right.
In the late summer.
But for the East Coast, this is not a river.
So in order to adapt to our surroundings, the yachts that we'll be racing tomorrow are 18 inches long. And I am a proud yacht owner.
Oh, you are?
My yacht will be racing tomorrow.
Oh, fantastic.
I think for the...
You look very nautical, by the way. I felt that when you came in with the deck shoes or whatever.
So it is a really fun day. Okay. So there are heats where I think 6 to 8 yachts compete against each other by floating down the creek for a distance of a quarter mile, I believe it is. Right. And then the winners of each heat, compete for the title.
Okay, how do you find sailors that can fit into an 18-inch? Oh, they're like tiny little people.
Easy.
So these are little, my understanding is they are models of Jack London's sloop.
That's right.
Snark.
Snark, yeah.
He sailed with his wife Charmian someplace around the world, right?
Yeah,
Tahiti
Tahiti,
something like
exactly.
that.
They sailed to
Jack London was kind of crazy. He was a wildly successful author at his time. And
a big adventurer. Yeah.
Totally, and that was the time of adventures back then, right? So yes, they would make their own ship and sail away. What I also love is that evidently, if you join the Jack London Yacht Club, which is a legit yacht club, you have reciprocal privileges with like the St. Francis Yacht Club in San Francisco.
That's what they tell you.
Is that true?
I haven't tested this theory. There are apparently privileges at quite a few, very legit yacht clubs.
Right.
I have not.
But maybe it's like the Topeka, Kansas Yacht Club. It's not like the Manhattan.
So Anna and Jim, swear up and down that you will enjoy privileges
with open arms
at other yacht clubs
in Orange County.
I have not tested this.
The Catalina Yacht Club is like, yes, Bettina, you, the owner of a miniature Snark.
You belong here.
What do you win if your boat wins? Your yacht.
Having never won.
Okay.
I don't know.
A
ribbon?
Do you become Commodore or something like that at the club?
No, you do not become Commodore. That is reserved for Anna and Jim.
We have rules here.
Exactly.
And where's the boat when it's not racing?
It's in our tasting room.
Okay, good. People can.
It can be viewed 365 days a year. So it's 364 days a year.
And I think it raises does the race funds for something?
Yeah. For local nonprofits.
Local nonprofits. That's really good. And that's a very Glen Ellen thing to do. Have a yacht club on a creek, but actually raise money for the schools and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a very fun day.
Okay. So you're next to the yacht club /bar.
Yeah.
You're in this kind of historic looking building on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Your other neighbor is the French place.
Pascal.
Yeah. It's quite with both Pascal and Pascal. If you have the ear like I do, one of those is the female name, one was the male name.
Very precise.
Yes, it's very good there. And then across from the market. Which is a good
great
place.
location.
Yeah, and I like it because I joke about downtown Glen Ellen. It's kind of like on an S. So you've got like the area where Glen Ellen Star is. Then you kind of go around a little bridge, and then it turns, and then there's the second part of downtown Glen Ellen. It is not a big town.
No.
The hotel, there's 2 main hotels, really. There's the Jack London Lodge there, and then there's also the Gage House.
Yeah.
Did I miss one?
Well, Olea, but that's
Olea was on, yeah. Oh, that's way in the suburbs with Ashish and Sia out there. But yeah, Glen Ellen is like a very cute spot to come visit.
Oh, Glen Ellen is just the greatest. I feel like it has just enough and not too much.
Well put. So if someone's going to come visit you, what's the experience like for a tasting over there?
Well, so we have a tasting room in this really cool historic building. And we offer several tastings.
Okay.
We offer, a tasting of just our current releases. We offer a library tasting where people can taste, vintages of our estate Cabernet going back at least 10 years. And then, we do sort of special events.
Okay.
So coming up the end of April is the first of a series of organic immersions we will be doing this year.
Okay. Tell me about those.
So the spring organic immersion will be Saturday, April 27th, and it's limited to about, no more than 12 people.
Oh, okay.
And we will be ferrying people up to our vineyard, which is about a, 12-minute drive from the tasting room. They will participate in a seasonal vineyard activity, which will be, I think, suckering at the end of April.
I love this.
And then they will taste wines that were made from that vineyard.
That's great.
And then we will enjoy a bento box lunch prepared by Ali Kai next door.
Oh, great restaurant.
Yeah.
Sometimes, by the way, when we're recording this, they're roasting onions. So it smells like, I know, we're hungry here. I know it's really good. So an actual experience, because what people often enjoy when they come here is a chance to get into a vineyard and see how the grapes are grown. And suckering is, what does that mean exactly?
Well, so Mother Nature is sometimes at odds with what the winemaker wants to happen. Okay. So it's spring, right? Everything's coming out of dormancy, and there's just wild growth happening.
Okay.
But it can be more growth than you want for the grapevine to, adequately ripen the grapes.
Okay.
So suckering is when you take off the shoots that you don't actually want the grapevine to develop into.
Because you want the energy to go into the grapes.
Exactly, into more of the central part of the vine.
And you want enough leaves left so that the power can still be generated through the chlorophyll and the photosynthesis.
Yeah, so we're not going to worry about leaves. We're just going to worry about the
little suckers, shoots coming up. And are these shoots coming up? I understand there's a graft, right? So you have like a rootstock, they call it.
Yeah.
And then it's magically, somehow you guys use magic, and then it attaches to the top, which is the fruiting part of the thing. Do the suckers come from below that, or are they actually suckers on the main vine?
They're on the main vine.
Okay, so they're not on the ground then digging stuff.
No, this is all sort of like at probably chest height.
Good. Because people are paying for this.
So the vineyard is
crawling on the ground.
The vineyard is certified organic.
Okay.
Phil Couture's company farms our vineyard.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to have somebody from Phil Couture's company there to explain why we sucker, how we sucker, do a little suckering demonstration.
Okay.
And use the word sucker as many times
as you want. You suckers. What? So if that's April. Are other people going to do like foliage management, and then are they going to do like harvesting?
So that's their spring organic immersion. Then we'll do a summer one, which will probably involve thinning.
Okay.
And then there will be a fall one, which will involve harvesting.
That's great.
Yeah, it should be really fun.
I love that. There used to be a thing called Grape Camp. I don't know if you remember that, where the wine growers used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a guy named Larry Levine, who listens. Hi, Larry. He would do that.
I didn't do that anymore.
I don't think they do the same thing. But they used to bring in like 30 different people, and it was so much fun. We would do harvesting, and it was, 1% work and 9%.
I've done stuff with that Grape Camp before.
It was a smart idea. Yeah. But when I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is great. Because I do get questions about people. We want to get more hands-on in the vineyard. And one, it's kind of hard to do some of that because during harvest, it's a madhouse. And we don't want you messing up. And sometimes you guys harvest at night. So if someone wanted to go out there and actually see the harvest, it's going to be hard.
we don't harvest at night. We harvest really early in the morning.
Yeah, you're up on the hill, though, so you're in your cab, right? Because it's like all the Pinot guys seem to do it at night because they're just fussy winemakers.
And it has a lot to do with the size of your vineyard.
No, say it. They're fussy winemakers. You're just being nice.
So our vineyard isn't that large.
Right.
It's about 14 acres.
Okay.
So, we normally don't pick more than 4 or 5 tons at a time.
Got it.
And that's just takes
the grapes stay cool enough, right?
Yeah.
So you have to do it there. Okay, but you have another experience coming up on Mother's Day.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, there's a lot going on that weekend. So we, Laurel Glen, are doing a Zoom cooking class with Truffle Shuffle.
Okay.
So Truffle Shuffle, as their name would indicate, likes to cook with truffles.
Okay, good idea.
So mothers of all stripes, including me, are invited to sign up for a Zoom cooking class where the meal kit will be shipped to your door. There'll be enough food for 2 people.
Oh, that is smart.
And we will be creating together a black truffle risotto with grilled asparagus.
That sounds really good.
I know.
I know.
And I paired it with a 2014 Laurel Glen Estate Cabernet, which at 10 years old is drinking beautifully.
Okay.
So we're going to cook, we're going to drink, we're going to talk about the food and wine together. We're going to have a really fun evening.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So that's on Friday.
That's on Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday, 6 tasting rooms in Glen Ellen will be having an open house and featuring local artists. So we call it the Glen Ellen Wine and Art Trail.
Okay.
And it'll start at Jack London Village, Jack London Village will be one end, and then Talisman and we, Laurel Glen, will be the other end.
Okay, that's great. And what I do love just about the Glen Ellen area and the Kenwood area, there are a bunch of small family-owned wineries up there. They're not. You mentioned you guys are a small vineyard and also a small winery.
Yeah.
And there's many of you up
there.
Yeah.
Yes, there are many of us up there.
So that's cool. Okay, so our Art Trail and Open House, May 11th and 12th.
That's right.
All right, you got a lot going on.
Yes.
You're a busy person.
Yeah, well, it's all for the cause of selling wine.
It's not because you don't have Ben Stiller's dad, Jerry and Ann, helping you sell wine and all that stuff. Jeez.
Right. They've hung up their...
Maybe you got to bring back a commercial on radio and just roll it. I mean, you're too small a for that, but, no one does that anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
What the heck's going on? I did see that Kendall Jackson signed a deal with the NBA, National Basketball Association, and Gallo has one with NFL.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe you guys will get competitive 16-inch yacht racing sponsorship.
Who's the C League team, baseball team?
The Oakland A's? No. So you guys can do the Sonoma Stompers over here.
There we go.
That would be fun. Okay, so you also have some wine here. I don't know if you want to talk about that stuff or not. Sure. It's up to you. Or otherwise, you don't have to talk about it. But if it's your wine, we should probably talk about it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Are you okay talking about it?
I would love to talk about
it. Okay, great. Well, so I thought it'd be fun to taste a little rosé.
That's not a Cabernet. Wait, it might be Cabernet. That's not a Cabernet.
So this is not a Cabernet, but it does come from our vineyard.
Okay.
So there's one row of grapes at Laurel Glen Vineyard, which predates Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay.
Legend has it that it was planted in the 1880s by the Germans who homesteaded up there.
Okay.
And it's a row of mixed blacks, which means that every grapevine in the row is a different
field blend.
Total
field blend. Yeah.
So it also has Cabernet. So
that's great.
This ancient row of grapes is next to the 2 oldest rows of Cabernet in our vineyard.
Okay.
So the oldest vines in our vineyard produce this beautiful, fresh annual rosé.
Do you need glass? I brought glasses, but if you have glasses.
I did not think that far ahead.
No, luckily, since I've been caught short a few times on this podcast, brought to you by Williams Sonoma. Oh. I went to the original Williams Sonoma and got some wine glasses. Yeah, no, that's only because that's what I keep it. So let me get these out and then we'll talk about this. And I'll pretend like I'm at Laurel Glen.
Yeah, can I just say, as I was preparing to come here today, it did not occur to me to bring wine until 45 minutes.
That's fine. You don't have to, but you can. I'm unwrapping these. This is very classy, right? I'm gonna just do this real quick. All right, look at this. Wine glasses are a big deal, aren't they? Like some wine people get really into it.
So
here's your wine glass to try. You got ready? Try that. I got one over here. Beautiful. Yeah, they're nice. It's shaped like a wine glass, and you can see through it.
Well, it's shaped like a Bordeaux wine glass.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, I planned that.
Right, I'm very proud.
Because they had, when you go to Williams Sonoma, the original Williams Sonoma on Broadway in Sonoma, they have this huge display.
Yeah, every shape imaginable.
And I was thinking, okay, I have Gasseria and Pinot. I'm like, I'm just going to go with that style right there.
Perfect.
Because the massive, the Pinot globes that are massive and huge, and they look like the old Friends sitcom latte glasses. No, that's like too big. So, yeah. Okay, here we go. Get it up. Got it. Okay, here we go.
Okay, the best part is...
Oh. One more time, let's hear that cork pop. The Stelvin enclosure, the screw cap, as they call them.
The screw
colloquially.
Yes, I have to say, I love this type of closure.
Yeah? Why? Oh.
Because, I mean,
wait.
First of all, this...
Next time you pour your glass, pour that glug into the microphone, because that was amazing glugging. That was great.
Thank you.
It's like we're making a commercial right now. Okay, so why do you love the
because it is so turnkey. You can take this bottle on a picnic. You can, I don't know, take it to, the beach, the hiking.
I love screw
camping.
Caps. I love screw caps.
Me too.
You don't, sometimes with a foil, you can cut yourself with the foil, like a little you get a little foil slicing from your fingers when you cut it, and in the cork and all that cork falls apart.
Right, you have to have tools, and
There's
then
drama.
getting the cork back from the bottle.
I love it. It's fun. It's part of the thing. But sometimes you're in the backyard, and your friend comes over, and you're like, what? And it's the best. All right, so cheers. Here we are. Let's see, here we got.
So this is the first wine of 2023. So we picked these grapes in October, September.
Wait, are you guys selling this stuff?
Yeah, we just released this.
This is great. This is fantastic. And
I like to say this is spring in a bottle.
It is. It's rosé time.
It's rosé time.
Did you the intro of this podcast? This guy waxed eloquently about Green Hills. Did you hear that? Were you there? Oh, you were right there. You were my very special guest. This is perfect for Green Hills and puffy clouds
and backyards.
Oh my gosh,
barbecues.
A little bit of barbecue on there, and oh wow, okay, I can try that again. So.
Yeah, so we make only about 240 cases of this wine. So all of us at Laurel Glen really look forward to its release because we love it.
And is it only available through the tasting room?
It is only available through the tasting room.
So you better show up, folks.
Yes, so show up and we will pour you a taste and hopefully you will fall in love as well.
For people who don't know, like myself, how do you make rosé wine? Because aren't the grapes and everything pink magically? Is that how it works?
The grapes start out with red skins or, dark purple skins, but inside the flesh is, white, green, whatever, light green. So the trick is to get the juice inside the grape removed from the skins as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Because the skins color the wine very quickly. So what you're looking at is a color which is sort of a light salmon color. This is about 3 hours of skin contact. Okay.
So when you squish it in these barrels or buckets or vessels, whatever you want to call it.
Tanks?
Tanks. Thank you. That's the word. Tanks. I know they're big round things that are tall. When you squish them, and then in a press, usually like a bladder press or something like that, you're not still using Italian girls with jumping up and down. No.
We're not, unfortunately.
They got unionized. Very hard. Right. So you press them, then you take the skins out of that.
As quickly as possible. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to get the grapes from the vineyard to the press and press the juice from the skins and separate the juice from the skins as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Because the moment you pick that grape and put it into a bin, the color starts leaching into the juice.
Got it. Okay. Then to darker wines.
Yeah.
So when you make a Cabernet.
Yes, like wine number 2.
Which is a dark purple usually.
Right. So this is about 2 to 3 weeks on the skins.
Oh, interesting. How long? And you do a punch down.
You do several punch downs. Yeah.
And that's where you go in there and you punch the wine, right?
Yeah. So
with your hand.
When you put all the grapes into a tank.
Right. Or is that what you're calling it now, a tank?
That's what we're calling it now, and before.
Okay.
When you put all the grapes into the tank, the juice kind of frees itself. There's a lot of juice and there's a lot of berries.
Okay.
And the berries and the berries are lighter than the juice, so they float to the surface. They form a cap.
Okay.
So you want to mix the skins with the juice as much as possible, which is why the punch down.
The punch down, I've seen manually. You can use a stick with like a piece of wood essentially on it. You punch it through. Some people do pour over with a pump or something.
Yeah, irrigate the cap. Yeah.
Right.
We do a combination of both.
But you cannot put on your swim shorts and do a cannonball. That is frowned upon.
Very much so. On so many levels. So many
we'd like to have a word with you. Yeah, okay, don't do that. Thank you.
We can spend an hour just on that.
Just talking about that. This is good stuff. I like this. Okay, so this is the Laurel Glen, and what was the name of the wine it was called?
We call this our Rosella Rosé.
Rosella Rosé. Okay, it's a field blend from whatever the heck was there from these early settlers.
It's a little bit of everything.
Acorn Winery, which is in the Russian River Valley area. Bill and Betsy have a whole bunch of random field blends because they bought this vineyard, and these Swiss people planted a long time ago.
I mean, that's what's so cool about Sonoma. Yeah. There are a lot of these very old, field blend vineyards, which is not the case, in that other valley near us.
Sassoon? No, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's some very cool wines.
These kind of gnarled old vines.
Right, they're so beautiful.
Yeah, that is a nice part of it.
Yeah, the label has, this was at one time a photograph of one of the vines.
May I touch that bottle? Thank you. Okay, so Rosella, Laurel Glen, it's got some German words underneath it.
Yeah, so when I first created this wine from the 2012 vintage, I called it Crazy Old Vine Rosé. But I don't know, over time that just
didn't work.
So I kind of made a prettier label, but I kept the words, just translated them to German.
Verrückte alter Rebstock, or something like that.
It's Crazy Old Wine.
It's so funny. All right, 2023. You guys are doing your production someplace else, obviously. You can't, because you can't do them way up on that mountain, can you?
Well, there is a winery up there, but it needs a lot of work.
Got it.
It's seeing better days.
And for people who know, you need refrigeration, you need power, you need access for a truck to get in.
Yeah.
So you have extremely...
There was never access for a bottling truck to get up there.
Okay.
So the founder used to truck his wine down to Cundy and bottle it.
Well, okay. Okay, that's very good.
But when I took over, there was just so much deferred maintenance in that winery. I didn't feel comfortable making wine there. Mm-hmm. So we moved to Punchdown in Santa Rosa. Mm-hmm. And it's just worked out really great.
That's good. Yeah, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people in the wine business, but stuff that gets into a winery can affect the wine. So you want to be very careful with that.
Yeah, when we moved production to Punchdown, we couldn't take any of the barrels with us.
Really?
Because the barrels were
inoculations with other things in it. Yeah, that's you don't think about this stuff until you want to. But I don't have a place to dump this stuff. Just let you just realize that. But I'll tell you what, I could either run out or I could do a Kempai. Which one do you think I should do? I get stay right there. Okay, because I can't slam wine really quickly. It'll just be so. No, why don't you talk about something interesting for 30 seconds? I'll be right back. Okay. Go.
So the next wine we're going to be drinking is our Counterpoint Cabernet, which is a blend of Cabernet and Merlot, all from Sonoma Mountain. And I'll explain about the Merlot in a minute. Good job.
I found a mug. And did you say anything bad about me while I was gone?
I did.
I'm gonna play this back. Hey, Timothy, if you're editing this, I want to hear what she said about me. All right, let me do this. Pour that right here. Here at the studio, a lot of people who already watch on YouTube can see this, but we have these palatial, grand studios that we record this in. The chocolate fountain, the masseuse in the corner.
And the very cool clock.
We do have a cool clock. That is true. We do have a cool clock. But yeah, I had to go find the little mug.
Okay, so I'm now pouring you. I don't know, for whatever reason, I thought to go more sort of like easy drinking than, very complex.
You didn't want to have
age-worthy.
Because my sophisticated palate couldn't handle it. Say it.
Well, I just thought you would enjoy something that's more easy drinking.
Thank you.
Let's just leave it at that.
I like it.
So this is Counterpoint, which is a wine that has been made from Laurel Glen since the 1980s.
Okay.
However, when I took over, I made it a little bit more approachable than it had been in the past. Mm-hmm. So this is Cabernet from our estate vineyard, and we're choosing the Cabernet lots which are the most fruit forward, the softest tannins, but this is still mountain fruit, so there's still a lot of tannin.
Okay.
So since 2011, 2011 or whenever I took over, we had been buying Merlot from the Pickberry Vineyard, which is very close to us on Sonoma Mountain.
Okay.
And they make beautiful Merlot, and the Merlot kind of further enhances the approachability of this wine.
Okay.
So I'd like to say this is the Cabernet that's ready to drink upon release.
Okay, because a lot of people say you can get a Cabernet laid down for a couple of years. Right. You forget about it, and then you're like, wait a minute, I had a cab back there.
Where'd it go?
That's my socks. Where the heck is it?
Closet did I put it
You
in?
literally know how I do it. Let's try this.
So this is 2019 vintage, and it's very pleasant.
That is approachable. That is, you can buy it and drink it today.
See, when I mislead you.
See, and that's okay. So approachable. When you say approachable, what does that mean from like a wine perspective?
So it means that it's not gonna like cause this drying in your throat and puckering and
Yeah, some wines you get that.
Yeah.
What's causing that? Why is it?
Tannin mostly.
Tannin. Okay.
So tannin has a drying effect. It kind of sucks all the water out of your mouth.
Right.
And tannin is also a great preservative.
Okay.
So it helps the wine age, really well.
Okay.
And as the wine ages, the tannin kind of softens and integrates, and it doesn't affect you as much. But it can take a long time for that to happen.
So if it's a younger wine with a lot of tannins, you feel a puckery green apple.
Exactly.
Okay. Interesting.
So this wine does not have a lot of tannin.
It's good.
So it's really enjoyable now, even though it's a 2019. Mm-hmm. So our estate Cabernet, I wouldn't pour you a 2019 because it would not be this enjoyable.
So it's going to lay down for a while.
It's going to lay down for a while, yes.
Wow. How long would like a typical Cabernet be cellared and leave for?
Well, I mean, it depends. We pride ourselves on how well our estate Cabernet ages. And part of the reason is where we farm on Sonoma Mountain is a little bit cooler. Mm-hmm. And so when we pick the grapes, there's quite a bit of natural acidity in them. Mm. And acidity is a preservative, tannin is a preservative. Okay. So all these things help the wine to age. So today in the tasting room, the youngest estate Cabernet we're pouring is 2018, but we're pouring 2014, we're pouring 2010.
Interesting. Okay.
And, depending on who you talk to. I like the 14. My colleague Nick, who runs the tasting room, his favorite is the 10.
You're wrong, Nick. Okay, so that's a long time. That's like a 10-year from, and the year when you're saying a 10, that's the year it was harvested.
That's the year grapes were picked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that can be quite some time to buy wine. What I'm getting from you, you should buy 2 or 3 cases a year. Stick them in a closet.
At least.
And then when a special time comes around, or anytime you want to open that bottle.
Yeah, well, I mean, counterpoint, I don't think you have to wait for a special occasion. Like if you're having your backyard barbecue and you run out of rosé,
boom, in the counterpoint. Let's face it, where do people get your wine? Where do they buy it?
Well, they can come to Glen Ellen to our tasting room, or they can go to our website, laurelglen.com. Mm-hmm. And
are you in any restaurants or like that too?
Yeah. So we're at Sonoma's Best.
Oh, good. Okay.
We are at Wit and Wisdom.
Okay.
Actually, quite a few vintages of the Estate Cabernet. MacArthur Place, I think, has the Counterpoint. El Dorado Kitchen.
So a lot of restaurants
has the Estate. Okay. So yeah.
Are you one of those? Do you have to drive them around and drop them off, or do you actually?
Well, I work with as a trainer.
I was at Sonoma Grill yesterday, and Jill Benziger ran in with a case of wine and dropped it. And I'm like, something happened, but it's funny when the person whose name is on the bottle runs it in.
Well, that's not an unusual sight at all.
Not at all. Before we get to, because you have to answer some questions.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the questions.
But I want to make sure before we get any further on that, you guys have a website, I take it.
We do.
What's the website?
laurelglen.com. Okay. LaurelGlen.com.
Oh, Laurel like the plant. And I never did ask you where that name came from. Obviously from a plant or a person.
Well, so, the founder of Laurel Glen, Patrick Campbell, I asked him.
Yeah.
Laurel Glen.
Right. Why not Bay Glen or Oak Glen?
And he said when he bought the property in the 1970s, it already was named Laurel Glen.
Oh.
And he liked the name, so he didn't change it.
Okay.
There are a few laurel trees up there.
Okay.
So And, it's Glen Ellen.
Don't mess with success, man.
Exactly.
It's right there. Laurel trees and Glen Ellen.
And one of these days I'm going to change my name to Laurel.
You should.
And,
I love that name.
And then it will all work.
And then your coworker could name himself Glenn. And then you'll find someone else named Ellen. Everything works out. All right. Well, so laurelglen.com for all the information, right? laurelglen.com.
Lots
it's
of
all there.
information.
And then, of course, go visit the tasting room right there.
And if you're interested in the organic immersion or the Mother's Day truffle shuffle cooking class, you can sign up on the website.
Oh, it's right there. Perfect. And these are good wines. So, Bettina, we have 2 visitor centers.
I do.
And people ask us all sorts of questions. They call us, they text us, they Facebook us, and then we have to answer them. So today you're going to become one of my volunteers. Poof! And you're going to help me out in what we call We Get Questions. Here we go. This is kind of a 2-parter. It's interesting. And these both came in via text. Ready? Where can I bring my well-behaved dog to eat in Sonoma Valley?
To eat. What I was going to say, our tasting room, we love dogs.
Well, you do? Okay.
Yeah. To eat, probably any place that has outdoors seating.
Patio, yeah.
So Valley Swim Club would be
great one. I had Lauren on here a couple weeks ago, so she's a great job.
Yeah, to that.
Yeah. So she like a
ice skating. I was impressed at the ice skating.
Yeah, isn't that weird? You hear the weirdest stories from these people. I interviewed someone whose dad was in the CIA just now.
And, the new Buck's place, I don't know if their outdoor seating is open, but they have really nice outdoor seating.
It'll definitely be open this summer.
Molino Central.
Oh, you can go right there. Yeah. Right on the outdoor patio there, of course. You could get a picnic lunch at the market, at Glen Ellen Market, at Les Pascal's. I think you have your dog outside. I don't think you bring your dog inside when you order, perhaps.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you can probably yell through the window and just like...
Yeah, and if you really wanted to, you could bring your lunch to Laurel Glen with your dog.
I love that idea.
Although,
well,
it kind of depends how busy the tasting room is.
So the answer is there's a lot of places you can bring your well-behaved dog. Usually something with a patio is your best bet.
Outdoors would be the safest.
Right, the best bet there. And we're assuming these aren't service dogs and et cetera, just supposed well-behaved dogs. I want someone to email me like, where can I bring my total jerk of a dog?
My yappy hunt.
My dog's terrible. Where should I bring him? Okay, are there any dog-friendly hotels or lodging options in Sonoma Valley?
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
I mean, and since COVID, dogs have taken over. I can't imagine there are many places.
My bus driver was a dog. No, they're everywhere. You're right. There are a lot of places. The lodge at Sonoma takes dogs. All sorts of places take dogs.
Yeah,
Best Western takes dogs. Matter of fact, we have on our website kind of a dog-friendly options. You'll be harder pressed to find places that don't take dogs.
Yeah.
But it should be a well-behaved dog.
Yeah. So, I grew up in New York City, and I go frequently to visit my family.
Oh, yeah.
Dogs on the subway are no longer an uncommon sight.
Really?
Yeah,
Do they have their own muni pass? Whatever. What's the subway pass?
No, I think that's walk right under.
Oh, the Faravaders.
Yeah, Faravaders.
So you're from New York City. I forgot to ask you that. Like New York region.
New York.
Oh, look at you. Oh, yeah? The Bronx is up, batteries down, people riding a hole in the ground.
Yeah,
who's got better pizza, New Jersey or New York?
Oh, New York. Duh.
Well, that's not what New Jersey says. Who's got better bagels, New York or San Francisco?
New York.
For real?
Oh, yeah.
For real?
Oh, yeah.
Is it the water, the East River water? And all the bodies floating in it? Like, what makes this okay?
I think it's like the commitment to craft.
Okay.
I don't think San Franciscans are as serious about bagels as New Yorkers are.
Okay, fair enough. If you give us the wine, we'll give them the bagels, okay? We'll do that. Here's another question we got. Hello. People say hello a lot. I have a small travel agency in Virginia and would like to order a box of visitor guides. Is it possible to order more than just one at a time?
Tim, I think you should take that one.
Well, thank you. And the answer is, just like bottles of Laurel Glen, I'm more than happy for you to take multiples of our visitor guide. So if you want a box of them, if you want 10 of them.
By the way, you can find Sonoma Valley Visitors Guides at the Laurel.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you. And yeah, of course, if people have weddings, family reunions, we will happily ship out more than one. Just give us your address. And I will even ask a government employee to deliver it right to your door.
Perfect.
That's our commitment to craft. Here's one. Ready? By a text. My back hurts and I need a massage.
Oh.
Got any recommendations?
Lots.
Because your back hurts too.
Well, okay, so I live in Boise Hot Springs.
Right.
I am walking distance to the Fairmont.
Oh, right.
The Fairmont has a very fantastic spa.
Massive spa. Right. Okay, good.
And actually, I just learned that above, so our tasting room is in this historic building, the Chauvet, old Chauvet Hotel.
Right.
On the second floor is a massage therapist.
Oh, right there. Wait, so you can go to Laurel Glen
You're
Vineyards.
going to ask me what his name is.
That's all right. I bet you while you're in the tasting room, you can wander over to the other, look at the little plaque with the suite numbers. So in the Chauvet building.
Yeah, in the Chauvet building on the second floor.
Okay, that's
but,
good.
I mean, it's hard to upstage the Fairmont.
Fairmont's got a massive spa.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
The Lodge at Sonoma has a big spa. MacArthur Place just redid their spa. And there's plenty of smaller massage therapists that are there. Yes. So I think it depends on what you're looking for. For a beautiful spa experience where you put cucumbers on your eyes and you have a robe and I don't know what else, but Fairmont Lodge. Yeah. For your back hurts and you want to drink some wine, go to the guy next to you. Now, you're so good at this. Right?
I'm enjoying this. I'm happy to do this anytime.
What day do you want to take a shift of answering questions?
Anytime
you got it. Well, you answered all the questions. That was it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and what I love about it is people always freak out about that part of this podcast because you didn't get to me ahead of time. I'm like, you can figure it out, right? That was easy.
Well, and also I listened to enough of your podcast that people kind of go blank. So I can.
Did you? The flashcards you brought ahead of time were really good. I like that. Bettina, you're wonderful. This is a great. I'm so happy you came on. I'm so happy you answered my email and said yes. I will do this.
This was super fun.
Again, if people want to find your website, what is it again?
It's laurelglen.com. LaurelGlen.com.
Got it. And people can go there. You can join the wine club. You can go and take a visit. And then once you're done at Laurel Glen, go over to SonomaValley.com and find deals, special offers, events. We've got our new Plaza tasting pass out there, so check that out. And thanks for listening, Mom and Dad. Really appreciate it. Larry, hope you're doing well, and we'll talk to you guys soon.